You are now listening to Between Us Girls, the podcast, where we discuss life's fuckeries and then some over wine.
Welcome to our show. This is Michelle,
Danielle,
and Sharonda.
And this is
Between Us Girls.
You can always find us on Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, and SoundCloud. On Facebook, Between Us Girls, the podcast. Instagram, Between Us Girls Podcast. On Twitter, @GirlTalkAndWine.
And if you'd like to show us some love with your wallet, you can head over to www.patreon.com/between us.
I don't understand this motherfucking backstroke every time you say backslash now.
Okay, really? You gonna just call me out? Because, bitch, last time I was like, is it / or backslash? And y'all was like, oh, it's backslash. So I was like, okay, backslash. Like, I had, like, that's
so now you know.
That's a trigger for her.
So now you know. Okay, got it.
I wouldn't call it a trigger because you're making me sound crazy. Fuck you. But, yeah. Okay.
I mean, it is what it is.
Oh,
there's nothing wrong with being triggered. There's a lot of things that trigger people. You're not crazy. All right.
And she looked dead at Danielle when she said that shit. Thank you, Michelle. Thanks, Michelle.
Okay. All right.
It's like poster child. You're not crazy. Hint, hint.
She might be, but
okay. That bitch is. But
sane little motherfucker. Okay.
No, that's why she told somebody today. She was like,
that's what she said.
Today she told somebody, she's like, oh, I'm so glad that y'all can see how unstable this motherfucker is. I'm like, first of all, we deal with you every day.
All day. Day.
I know you're not calling somebody else unstable. But anyway.
Oh, okay. Let's move on.
Hey,
okay.
Pod, there's this kettle.
Fuck both of y'all. Like,
okay.
Whatever.
So, our fan of the week this week is Micah Grumman. Woo woo.
For real.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? I don't fucking know. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, this is somebody I also went to school with. The last episode we had somebody that I went to school with. I went to school with him too. Really great guy. He always.
Did you date him?
No.
Oh, just asking.
He dated a friend of mine though.
Oh.
Yeah. He always comments on SoundCloud, and he always has a lot of great things to say. And we appreciate you standing firm and staying in the group after you were harassed.
After you were harassed. Yeah. Let's not talk about the harassment.
Yeah, we're not going to go into it.
I'd like to know, but okay.
We can talk about it later. But
fuck y'all. I don't talk to y'all later.
No.
Okay, so this week we're gonna do the super secret episode.
Woo, secret.
Which means we're gonna talk about some secrets that we got on our secret. Hit me on the hotline. Secret. You remember that song from Pretty Ricky?
No.
Yes, there you go. But then also, we're going to share a secret.
That was like the phone sex song. Sorry, go ahead.
And now I'm something to you.
And now I'm having phone sex with you.
Whatever.
I was giving you the word.
I know, but when I think about it, it sounds... Oh. No, you didn't, bitch. No, you didn't.
What is going on?
Sharana and I are having a conversation that we understand, but you don't.
Exactly, because I'm like, what? What are these words coming out that don't match?
They match. Michelle and I have a special connection.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I almost sang another song that has the word secret in it, but I'm not going to do it. To get back
Jesus, help. Please.
I don't know if y'all have seen, but Michelle is Nana Noodle from Sing. She's Nana Noodle.
I'm a
a poodle
with black hair.
But I'm gonna like get her a scarf that's like 79 feet long. And I'm gonna get this bitch a Beyonce fan, and it's on. Like we gonna have our own whole little.
And then I'll get some steps. I'll like apartments are perfect for that. Just go up the apartment steps, and you could just record it. Yeah,
yep, see,
it'll be perfect.
Can we please move on?
Yeah, I was just about to ask Rhonda what we were sipping on.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
So today, ladies and germs, we are sipping on a very special French Pinot Noir rosé called Dietofoire. Pinot
Noir.
You see why black people don't have nothing? Do you see?
Meanwhile, we're like, is that Boone's Farm? Because it looks like Strawberry Hill.
It's the same color, but it's lighter though.
It's so Strawberry Hill-ish.
It looks
You
just
ain't got
like
no
Strawberry
Kool-Aid
Hill.
looking ass. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, this is like a really beautiful, like official bottle because like the bottle's like numbered and there's all these grand French terms. It's so pretty and pink. And the alcohol content is 12.5%.
1.1.
And the vintage is 2016. And we'll let you know how we feel about it at the end of the show.
It's actually pretty good. We're not going to go into detail, but I want to know what you guys think about this one as compared to Whispering Angel. Do you remember that one?
Oh, I remember the Whispering Angel.
That's tough.
I really did like the Whispering Angel. Mm-hmm. It does. I don't want to go into it.
Yeah,
though.
we're not going to get into it, but I want to know.
It is kind of like a little bit similar to the Whispering Angel.
You know, because that was a rosé too. So I just want to know what you guys think in comparison.
To.
Okay, so we're going to rate this wine on appearance, aroma, body, finish, and taste, and we'll rate each category from 1 to 5, and then we'll add our scores together, and then we'll do an average. To get a total score.
I fucking hate you.
Let that bitch catch on. Let me tell y'all something. That's a smart motherfucker, man. That lady catch on quick than a bitch.
Thank you.
Can't never call that motherfucker down.
You can't never call me slow because I'm gonna catch it.
She got that calculator on the phone.
I'm gonna get it
with a calculator.
Okay, so we have secrets tonight. We got 2 secrets we're gonna get really deep into before we talk about our personal secrets. It's kind of long, so bear with me. I've been drinking a little bit. If I stumble, just laugh and don't say nothing. All right, our first secret for the night is my boyfriend killed someone and our relationship is suffering. I can't talk to anyone about it. She starts off by saying, I love my boyfriend. He's my best friend. But it is really hard. The night he killed someone in self-defense, he was at a party, not a good part of town. Some guys brought guns and were going to shoot people. He did what he felt like he needed to do in the moment. The police know. He didn't do anything illegal. It was all self-defense. And he probably saved a lot of lives. He suffered severe mental issues because of this. He has a lot of guilt. He refuses to take medicine to help, but occasionally sees a therapist. I don't think the therapist helps. Maybe makes things worse. He turns to drugs, mostly alcohol. Why the fuck is all this shit on here? Okay.
No, because it sounds like one of those like reenact.
Bitch, okay? But what you want? How you want me to fucking read the shit?
I don't know. Keep going.
Okay. Okay. I mean, this is what she said. She is this extra, not me.
It's just how you read it. It's funny. It's okay.
Okay.
All right.
He thinks he's a terrible person and doesn't deserve to live. I've helped him a lot, or tried to. Oh, she spelled too wrong. He has really bad trust issues. He goes off the deep end sometimes, and I have to bring him back. Really hard on me because I'm always worried about him. I'm always helping take care of himself mentally. Okay, bitch. I'm practically his mother. Everything is so straining on our relationship. We have fights all the time now. Sometimes he does things that make me want to say, I'm done, and just leave. But I'm afraid he will kill himself or drink his life away. It used to be a lot worse. It actually has gotten better, but I'm afraid. I don't know when to draw the line. I don't know how much fighting is too much. I can't talk to anyone and get advice because no one would understand why I still stay with them. I feel numb. I'm sad. I keep holding on.
Auditioning for a play.
I keep holding on, hoping things will change for the better. Sometimes it does. But how much is too much? I love this man. I don't want to live my life without him, but I can't keep taking care of him like this. It affects me. I don't know what to do anymore. If I leave him, I'm sure he'll try to kill himself. At least he's tried before. I don't know what else to do. I just want things to be better. I'm not going to have no advice for this bitch.
Okay, so when he
cut vertically,
and then never go. No, you don't even have to go horizontal. If you go vertically, you're good.
If you go, I mean,
in the bathtub, turn the water on.
Y'all so rude.
Out of there.
Both ways, just to secure it, right? Just to make sure,
or just both arms. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, in reality, like he is being extra. Okay, so maybe you killed somebody, but you had to. Okay, whatever. Okay.
I feel like she needs to get life insurance on him.
just in case.
Just in case.
And drive him to the pier.
So I'll make it home tonight.
To you for the last time, baby.
I don't know what's going on here.
Okay.
I just don't know.
I keep asthma laughing and having to laugh really hard to get the rest of the air out. I sound just like your laugh earlier, Sharonda. It's too much. All right. Anyway, does anyone have any real advice for this girl?
Well, I mean, I think that the obvious choice is he needs to find another therapist. Just because you go to one therapist and maybe you feel like it's not helping you, it just may be a simple case of you don't mesh well with that particular therapist. Like, you can't stop at the first one. Like, you have to find one that's right for you, and you have to find the medications that are right for you. Like, it's a process. Like, you cannot just think that you go to a therapist and you take something and everything should just automatically be fine. That's not how that goes. Right.
Like, oh my God, I'm taking 75 milligrams of Prozac and I don't feel better. Well, maybe that's not what you need, Right.
Like, you have to find out what the right regimen is for you.
Right.
Because, I mean, maybe it's a low dose of something versus a high dose.
Right.
That you start off with.
And maybe like physical exercise in addition to.
Like exercise actually really helps with your mental health.
Danielle, do you want to start a counseling service with me?
I don't like people like that. But yeah, seriously, like, you cannot just stop at, one thing. You have to find a solution. Like, killing yourself is not an option.
Why isn't it though?
Well, let's talk about that, because remember we talked about a little bit about that boy that killed himself. The girlfriend was like, "Okay, fine, just fucking do it."
Okay, that would have been like extremely annoying on my part, and I actually understand where she was coming from, but
she was convicted, by the way.
Yeah, she was convicted. The girl that basically she egged him on.
Conrad Roy, cousin Conrad.
Yeah, she basically egged him on. I mean, he was talking about it so much to the point she was like, "Okay, so when are you going to do it?
Right?
Are you going to go to the bridge now? Like, what are you doing? Put your phone down and go ahead and kill yourself.
Dying
like, stop it
or no?
Like I'm tired of. But
I feel like, her options could have been to leave him alone.
Exactly. She should have just stopped talking to him. Like, you have the choice.
Right.
Like, you did not have to pick up the phone. You did not have to read his text message. You could have blocked him in your phone.
Right.
You would not have seen anything. You would not have known anything. You could have just told his mother or his family, his brother, because she had contact with his brother, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, she could have contacted somebody and said, "Hey, these are the conversations that I've been having with him. This is what's going on. I can't take it. It's too much for me. You all need to figure out something to do with him." She could have very well did that. Versus telling him, are you going to do it today?
Hey, go ahead and make that swan dive. It's cool.
All right. And then she was like making posts on social media or something about, or something she was trying to get famous. I can't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember, but whatever.
I'm not sure. I know that she was, I feel like she handled it incorrectly, but then she's a child too, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like you need to leave his ass. That ain't your business. Move on. No, some people don't handle and weren't raised to be that accepting of
mental
therapy.
Illness and so
or just even therapy. Like, you'd be surprised how many people just don't like believe in it and feel like the fuck I need to go to a therapist for? They don't know me, blah, blah. That's the fucking point, idiot, that they don't know you.
Sharonda, I think that's a huge problem in the Black community.
I was getting ready to say that, but I didn't even want to just be stereotypical like that. But
I mean, but I don't think it's a stereotype because it's real
because
facts, you know?
You weren't, a lot of people weren't raised, like, understand. First of all, people don't even have a good, to me, understanding of what, like, therapy is supposed to be about.
Right.
And what it's, I mean, honestly, it's supposed to be there for you to face the shit.
That's
hard for you to face, because obviously he can't face this shit or forgive himself, whatever the case may be. So he's turning to drugs, try to numb that feeling.
Mostly alcohol.
You have to, like, work through that shit. If you can't work through it and need medication, all of that, bro, just vertical.
Please don't.
Not horizontal. Okay.
We're not going to give out instructions on how to cut.
I mean, but if you Google it, it's going to tell you the same thing.
Hey, but we don't have to put our name on that.
I'm faster than Google, though.
But we don't have to put our name on that.
All right, that's fine. I'm not endorsing suicide. But low-key, I am. I don't know. I really feel like, you know, it maybe needs to be... Have y'all ever tried, like, a group therapy session, like maybe with you and him? Because not only is he having to deal with that, but because you're being with him and this whole being his mama situation, like, you got me fucked up. Like,
See, and then there's a part of me, too, that feels kind of like she needs to go to a therapist also.
That's why I'm saying they should go together, because this is putting her, like, in every role of his life. Because if they really can't talk about it amongst other people... He's needing somebody to be there to comfort him. He's needing all these different kinds of people in his life, and she's being all of them, like comforting him, like telling him he's gonna, like encouraging him, like all of these different like roles she has to play. And I feel like she probably needs some kind of help on how to do it or what she should do to try to help him.
But also, why would you accept that role to be like someone's?
Well, I mean, she loves him. I understand that.
But that to me says. That's why she needs to go talk to somebody also, because just to look at that from the outside, it's like she's sick too, because that's like an enabler. You're like, okay, well, I'll stay with you so you don't kill yourself.
Well, enabler is kind of maybe a little bit harsh, I think, just because she feels like she maybe, in my opinion, I would feel probably like I'm blanketing all of this under being supportive for you.
Because if you're in a relationship with somebody, you want to.
Yeah, but that's dysfunction.
And support comes in so many different, like, emotional, financial. Like, there's so many different branches of what support could possibly be. Sometimes support is just shutting the fuck up and not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? So there's no, like, title on support. So I feel like maybe she's putting that mommy, whatever. Like, I feel like I'm his mom. Like, I think that shit, she's, like, trying to blanket that under... being the supportive girlfriend or whatever.
No, and I totally get that. I just feel like love doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice your sanity.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
And that's why I agree with you. But I really feel like they need to do a group. Not, I keep saying group, but a couples type thing, because he also needs to be able to see that you may not be able to forgive yourself. That's your issue. But the way you're acting, look at what it's putting her through. And look at how it's affecting her. I mean, she, you know, sounds like she's like super caring, compassionate, who is this person, whatever. But she could be suffering in her everyday life too.
Right,
like
and it sounds like she is, because
physical, it could be.
It sounds extremely draining
to
deal with. I mean, I kind of want to liken this to a situation in which you're in a relationship with a person with a mental illness.
Right.
You know,
well, it's exactly what it is, because he is mentally ill. He's sick from depression. I mean, depression is categorized as a mental illness.
I mean, but do we know that he's depressed, or
I don't know.
She actually said extreme feelings of guilt.
Yeah, he feels like very guilty because he feels like he could have stopped the incident without
murdering someone.
Right.
But it kind of sounds to me like he's in a depressive state.
Yeah. I would,
especially with the drinking and the drugging.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to trying to some type of coping mechanism. Right.
Yeah.
A coping mechanism.
But that's not a mental illness coping. Mental illness is kind of a strong word.
But isn't that how they categorize depression though now? That's why they can treat it with drugs.
I think the difference between what both of you all are saying is that one is situational And so it's
Yeah,
like,
Well,
and
you can be
sometimes-
chronically
okay, I
depressed,
think-
and then you can be depressed
I think-
for a
so
moment. They're not
Clinically,
necessarily
I
right.
think
They're not the
clinical
same.
depression is something that follows you no matter fucking what. Murder, no murder. Shoes, no shoes. Car, no house. Yes, car, yes, house. Like, I feel like clinical is going to follow you because I feel like a family member, I've had a conversation with a family member of mine that's told me no matter how high and great things were and I was on top of the world, I still felt depressed. That to me is a form of mental illness. This shit is like you are super in your feelings and you need to find out how to get the fuck out.
But I feel like that minimizes what he's actually dealing with. Because
No, I'm not minimizing it, but I'm just saying it's not like to me, a mental illness is something that, like, it's a condition that you've always had. Like this,
but they
shit's
say
not-
sometimes that you experience those things and it takes a catalyst.
triggers.
So like this could have been
like a trigger for him.
yeah, a trigger for him. The catalyst to put him
wait,
in
so
a
you
state.
have like dormant depression?
No, I'm not talking
Yes.
about him just being depressed, but
It
I'm
sleeps
saying
under your pillow.
because I really do
night.
think there are types of people. There's people who can get depressed more easily than other folks.
They suck us. No, I'm playing.
Well, I mean, like you said, you could be extremely in your feelings. I'm the type of person I've been depressed before, clinically depressed. So it's like,
Wait. Now, clinical depression is like.
well, I take medication for my
I
anxiety.
mean, they have you
it could be.
classified like as clinically depressed, or you just were depressed. And I'm not minimizing what you're saying, but I'm saying like people that are clinically depressed, because I like totally did a lot of research on it after this person told me that, and it's literally something that follows you no matter fucking what. You can have all the money. This person had a fantastic life, money, like not just saying money, but anything you could think of that you would want to make you happy, and they were still feeling the lowest of the low
Well, I feel like
and didn't even really know it.
if you have everything that you need and you're
A lot of what you want.
in a lot of what you want and you still have those feelings of sadness and being miserable, that I think that is mental illness, like we're saying.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But clinical depression is a form of mental illness. But being depressed because who gives a fuck why? But just being depressed or going through depression states is different than being clinically depressed, from what I've read.
Okay, so we don't think this guy has mental illness.
So I used to work in a mental health clinic, so I feel like
She means that she stayed there.
I'm
clarifying.
that I mean, I have
Identified with those
a little
people.
leeway here where I could actually diagnose somebody.
Oh, bitch. This bitch was diagnosed and got a fucking white coat put on that hugged itself. Okay, the bitch was hugging
No.
herself all day in a padded room.
No,
And now she know everything.
I'm kidding, but I did used to work at a mental health clinic.
Go ahead.
But I do think that situational is different from chronic depression, and I do think that I don't know so much about like you can like depression lying dormant, and then you have a situation come on, and then you're chronically depressed.
Well, I think
don't
that
know
would be
about-
more like having a. I'm not saying it's by saying it's bipolar, but that would be like a
yeah.
an up and down thing.
But I do know that that's the way that I believe schizophrenia works.
Well,
Don't quote me on
I
that.
just mean he is down and out.
Yeah.
Like Sharonda said, he's in his feelings or whatever. This situation that he experienced put him there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he just woke up and was like, I think I'll just be down today.
Yeah.
There was an experience that he had that put him, like you said, a situational.
Yeah.
But I don't think that we need to just say, oh, he'll get over it.
Right.
I mean, because he does need
Yeah.
help.
No, I don't think that you should minimize his situation and like just get over it like
because
that,
it's not chronic or clinical.
that's
just
a
saying.
very traumatic situation to
Right.
be in. I mean, I've been in some sort of situations that were like traumatic to me, and it's like, I didn't just get over it. I didn't want to be like, I didn't want anybody else to tell me to, just get over it or whatever,
right.
because you see something. Like I was at a festival and like a full on like shootout, and people were like running everywhere, And it was like really like it was actually a really traumatic experience to me because it's like, oh my God, I could have fucking died.
Right.
You know, one of those bullets could have been just straight bullets and it could have hit me in the head and I could have fell down. And I remember seeing a guy that came with us to the festival and he like completely freaked out. Like, I mean, he was screaming and he was standing still and he was screaming and he wouldn't move. And I just remember being like, dude, they shooting, we got to go. Like, like, you know, but I mean, trauma affects people differently is my point with that. So not to minimize his situation, I mean, it's very traumatic to actually have to take another person's life.
Right.
And so what I would say to him is, and her, is that you all need to find a therapist that works for you. Like, you cannot stop at this one therapist and this one medication, because if you're still going through life every day and you're sad and you don't know how to get out your bed in the morning, you know, you obviously need help. Like, she has the foresight. He may not have the foresight right now to say that he needs help, but she obviously can see it, you know, that he's in this state. Mm-hmm. So that's all I would have to say about that one.
And I was just trying to make the point of, I think certain people are more susceptible to feeling depressed.
Because they have like more feelings?
I don't know if it's more feelings or if it's just
what's a feeling?
When they get down, they stay down longer.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean.
If you get,
they're more affected about.
Yeah, they're
situation.
more affected by situations. You know, because I'm not to minimize you or anything, but I feel like you're strong in that way where you're like, oh well, it happened. Let me just.
I don't know about that, but
it depends on what it is, of course.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know, you might bounce back a little bit easier than someone else. Mm-hmm. So for certain people, I think situations would be like crippling. Like, I feel like you would be like, well, shit, I have to kill this motherfucker. I'm a little upset about it. But I don't think it would cripple you in the way that he's crippled.
Because it's like some shit that had to go down.
Right. If it's something that you had to do, you felt like it was life or death.
If it's between me and another motherfucker,
you gonna die.
Right. You gonna die.
Bye-bye.
Right. And I'm not going to have like months and months of being like.
I'm not going to feel a way about it because it was me and you.
Right. Because I need to live. I have people I need to be here for. And then also I got to be able to stick my leg. I'm just going to
stick my leg up in the air.
And just be like, it was
and
good.
just lay back and feel it.
It felt good. It felt so good.
All right. So second secret. Y'all ready? Mm-hmm. This one is, I was molested as a kid. This is from a guy. And now it's affecting my relationships with women. He says, and yes, I'm going to read it the same way, but I'm not trying to laugh at this guy or make fun of him. My old man was in the Navy. I have 3 sisters and we had a nanny. I was molested multiple times by different nannies and no one else knows. As a result, I have dysfunctional or non-functional relationships with every girl I meet. The incidents happened when I was 7 to 12 years old. I'm 33 now and I've stayed away from dating to the point where it's not something I want anymore. All of my relationships were kind of the same, and it's made me a hermit. I guess I found contentment in living in isolation. I spend my time in nature and just relax and get away. I've come to the conclusion that you're born alone, live alone, and you will surely die alone. Is there a way to fix this? Okay, this is another person who needs to go see a therapist.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is somebody. I mean, he definitely needs to go talk to somebody.
I think that he was, he's confused because you wanting help with something, but you feel like you should be alone and you should die alone and whatever. But you feel like it's a problem. So which one is it?
But also tell how he tried to seduce our email inbox.
So he's strange.
Yeah.
So like I was going back and forth with him, talking to him because I was actually really concerned about his situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, oh my God, you've been molested and you're a dude. And I've never actually heard a guy be open about that. So like I mean it was a new one for me. But so I told him, you know, you need to go seek therapy. I was like, if you got an insurance, you have employee assistance program. Most times they have that. You can go see one. Like, I told him all this stuff. And so we were going back and forth, and then he was like,
the picture.
I have...
He's oily as fuck.
He was like, yeah, I've started to actually work out, and I've gotten addicted to tattoos, and it takes my mind away from the molestation experience. And then he sent us pictures of his naked chest, and he's like extremely oily.
Yeah.
And like, it was just
and then that's like a regular photo with the shirt, like he's on a dating site.
Yeah, it was just really strange, which made me question like the validity of his story.
But you know what makes me feel like it's legit is because, like, why would he be seeking that attention from us? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to me, people who have experienced that kind of thing, whether it's like their whole life or just a portion of their lives, they don't know how to solicit regular attention or have regular feelings with people unless they talk through it, like with a therapist or counselor or something, because they suppress all those stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's trying to fuck Danielle. This is crazy.
You always be like, okay, so who you trying to fuck?
Because you want something. So, I mean,
he's strange. That's all I can say about him.
Yeah, I think he's definitely weird.
strange. Okay, but I did have a conversation with one of my guy friends about it. And he was like, he's lying. Because he was like, dudes don't get molested. Dudes want to fuck. And I was like, he was 7.
True.
First of all, yeah,
That's
what I'm
bullshit.
This topic is boring me to fucking death. However, a 7-year-old is not trying to fuck. So whoever said that is a fucking idiot. Like, you're not even old enough to understand what the fuck it even does yet.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I feel like,
not cool.
You know, you spend time exploring that when you get into your teens or not even your teen, just double digits, whatever.
He
but
was telling me that, okay, so this
But that's the problem. That's why we have so many men who don't talk about that stuff. Because boys are molested at the same rate as girls.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, it's no big deal because you wanted it, right? Yeah, you're a man. Now, no, you're fucking 7. Your balls are still sucked up the fuck in your stomach.
Right.
You don't even have, your balls ain't dropped. You don't have puberty, nothing, none of that shit. No, you do not want to fuck. That's horrible.
So
tell him to come over here and fight me outside of Naya's house.
Bitch, get jumped outside Naya's house. Like, fuck that.
So, okay,
That
so
is
this
trash.
guy, he had this experience with multiple nannies from age 7 to 12.
Right.
And so the guy that I had actually spoke with about this went on to tell me about how he was infatuated with his middle school teacher or whatever, and how all of the kids at his school, they were doing something, and how as a boy it's so acceptable, and how it's like, you know, you're not doing it yet.
It
Like,
could
you
be
should have done
acceptable, but
something.
it's inappropriate as fuck, and you're not supposed to be doing it. And let me find out my son
I
doing some
know.
strange shit. I'm kicking everybody's ass outside of Naya's house.
I was like,
can I see the wine?
I was like, I can't reach it.
Sharonda, can you get the
I'm immobile. at the moment.
Bleezes? I need my bottle.
So, I mean, I felt the same way when I was having this conversation with one of my friends, because I was thinking, you know, if my
One
son,
of your what?
Shut up.
Associates.
So I was just thinking, like, if my son was to experience something like this, like, I would beat a bitch ass.
Right.
Like,
Very,
for real.
very,
Like,
very.
you no, like, it's going down. But he was like, you know, but your son would probably want it. And I was just like, oh my
Why
God.
would you fucking say that?
Why would you say that?
Shit.
Exactly.
I
That
can't
is
even
so
talk right
fucking
in the
ridiculous.
fucking mic.
I
I'm
can't.
discombobulated by this shit.
Because it's like, it's so encouraged for
No.
boys to have sex at an early age, and it's encouraged for girls to not put out. You know,
I will fight you outside of fucking Naya's house.
Exactly.
And that's one thing that I have always talked to my son about. I'm like, ever since he was about 4 or 5 years old, I'm like, if somebody touch you, you let me know. You need to talk to me about it immediately. You'll not get in trouble. And I talked to Michaela about the same thing because I'm not going to play with people.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously this guy finds it to be a problem because his adult relationships are affected, and this happened when he was like from 7 to 12.
Yeah, because he's like,
but he's
got
like,
a distorted
he's like
view.
damaged. Like he is mentally scarred from that. You are not ready to even deal with some shit like that at such a young age. So he was deprived of his innocence, I feel like.
Yeah, he was.
At a very early age, and now it's like, how do you deal with it? Like, oh man, that's horrible.
I mean, I really hate the fact that he can't talk to anybody about it. Like, he hasn't told his dad. He hasn't told any of his sisters.
Well, you see that if men talk about it, oh, you know you wanted that.
Yeah.
It's almost like the same, not to say it's the same, but it's like victim shaming or rape culture where it's like, well, you wanted it. No, fuck. What the fuck? Nobody wants to be touched inappropriately without, giving permission to somebody else. So, you want to talk about your secrets?
I have a secret.
Go ahead. What's your secret?
So, my secret is that I tried to sell my panties on Craigslist.
Nigga, that is not the secret that you come into this show with. I'm going to need you to come harder, bitch.
Fuck her, because she wasn't about that motherfucking life. I was like, bitch, let's do it. We can all throw some panties in the room. She wasn't ready for that.
So,
shit.
I went as far, I went to Target, and because Target had those panties like 6 for $20 or 5 for $20 or something like that. And so,
I can't believe you're telling people this.
I know, oh my God. So, I went to Target and I bought panties, and I just took pictures of the panties. And then I just posted them on Craigslist.
Without even wearing them?
No.
You motherfucking bitch.
I know.
No, wait. Let her finish.
I didn't No, I didn't put them on. I just took pictures of the panties, and I just posted the panties on Craigslist. Why is your face like that?
Because I was ready to go to war, and you were like, somebody trying to meet me, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, he gonna jump out the bushes. And you hadn't even water draws
I
yet.
told that bitch, they gotta smell like something other than fucking Target, bitch. Like, get your dog to pee on them. I don't know.
Seriously, they were trying to buy it because it smells like ass. And she's like, it smells like Target. It's good.
No, bitch. No, they gotta be wrinkly a little bit. Like, you gotta work it the fuck out.
So, yeah, but
it started to get weird.
Yeah, I got weirded out because, guys were asking me to meet them, and then a couple of guys asked me to wear them for multiple days. And, one guy was like,
what's the problem?
So, can you, have sex with somebody and then put them back on and then wear them for a couple of days and then mail them to me?
So don't take a bath or...
What?
Sure, how's the third?
It's like, what? And some guy asked me to work out in them, and I was just like, are you serious? That is so gross.
Then he was like, do you know that I don't even, have real sex? I don't even have a vaginal opening.
Shut up.
You want me to do all this shit? The fuck?
Oh my God, that's so
I was
funny.
so grossed out, and so I basically just shut down that email.
I remember you were like, I'm done. I'm not selling my panties anymore. And then now I find out you weren't even wearing them hoes.
I wasn't even
and you was like, I can't do this. And
No, but you know
wearing
what?
it.
I think it got really super weird when people started asking her to take pictures in the panties.
Oh yeah,
and send them to them.
Okay, well, she'll wear them around the house in front of all of us. But she's on. I cannot take a photo refusal. Okay, right.
I mean, I could have took a picture. I could have taken a picture, but
no, she would
the
not.
door
I
could
was
be...
like, "Bitch, what's the problem? Take a picture of your
because
ass
I asked you
in them
to
panties
come
send
over
it.
and take a picture. Just I would have.
Your
I would
phone
have
got
did
a
that.
forward-facing camera, motherfucker.
I can't bend that way. I
You
don't
ain't
know
got
why.
your arm. Don't do this.
It don't.
Bitch.
It don't go that way. It don't go that way.
I do my hands. I'm so fucking. Bitch, I'm tired of talking to you.
Oh, Sharona,
No.
what's your secret? I'm not fucking with this bitch.
I don't. I have to think of another one because mine was really weak. I thought we were just gonna do little haha secrets. So it'll be a truthful one, I swear. But I just have to think of a good one because mine was really weak.
I feel like mine's too serious.
What? Okay, so I just like bust it wide
No.
the fuck open.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys.
Oh, I ain't
Well,
got
I don't
shit.
see a real nigga, so.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, but I feel like mine's really serious.
Oh, what is it? Am I gonna cry?
Probably.
I don't want to hear it then.
Okay. So I'll tell y'all the other one. All right. So my grandpa and his family, probably I never met anybody on the other side of my family because there was a rumor that my grandpa had killed his sister's husband and threw him in the ship channel. And it was because my great grandma had started a rumor that my grandma was sleeping with this guy. Because she came to the door one day. She's knocking on the door. And my grandma was in the back washing clothes. So it took her a minute to come to the door. Well, I guess the guy was there too. Anyway, she went and told everybody, oh, they were back there fucking. And so my grandpa, who was an alcoholic, was like, what I'm not gonna do is share my bitch with this other nigga. But see, my great grandma already didn't like my grandmother because she had been married twice before. So she already was like, oh, she
feel
ain't
away.
shit. Yeah, she felt some type of way. So it kind of really destroyed our family. That whole dynamic. It's very sad, but I think there's some truth to it.
This was like really serious.
That wasn't the one that I was going to tell, but that is pretty serious.
That one was worse than that.
Yeah,
I want to have a feeling.
I know. It's almost there.
No, I do. Like that's sad. Like
It is very sad. And
it's horrible, and then it because it like divided a whole family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I met a guy one time when I was working for the city of Houston, and he was like, "Oh, well, do you know such and such?" I don't know any of my family. I don't know anybody. So like, there's a whole like
a whole side.
a whole group of people that I just don't know at all.
Are you
because we
my
don't talk to
mommy?
anybody. Yeah, looking ass.
Aww.
And then like everybody is passed, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like
Chicken.
we'll never really just like
Get that
No.
time back.
yeah,
All that history is like gone with them.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it's something like similar like that with my family. I want to say it was my great grandfather. He slept with a white girl, and he got in trouble, and so he had to run away. And him and his brother basically ran away and changed the last name. So my last name is not actually my original family last name.
oh, so you don't. So they just picked the
You're
like we gonna be the
Danielle
Joneses.
Blank.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like we gonna be the Joneses because it's normal and regular and extra
exactly.
regular and
so,
white.
Exactly. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
not even really our family name, but
It's not funny.
But it's similar to that.
Yeah.
Story. Yeah. So like, I mean, we don't know exactly our family trail because
We could be
of that.
cousins.
We could be. This is probably why I fucking hate you.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
No, y'all are just married.
Whatever.
In the other life, when she was a white woman.
I mean, I feel like I was privileged.
I swear.
I mean, your last name is Jones.
It is. Like, I don't understand this life that I live.
Sharonda, you want me to tell my other secret? While you...
The weak one?
Just go ahead and tell your secret.
No, I mean, I'll tell you what the weak one was, but I do have another one that I'm like, oh, well, whatever. No, the weak one was that when I was little, I always wanted to be a boy, and I didn't know why.
Oh my God, you're a hermaphrodite.
Bitch, your daddy is not on this motherfucking couch. Your daddy is nowhere near this motherfucking couch.
Oh my God, poor Ben Laden.
But I wanted,
I don't like y'all.
at least I know who he is. Your daddy is Earl? Bitch, don't nobody know. Anyway.
Whatever.
But no, I wanted to be a boy so bad because they could pee outside and I couldn't.
Do you have a penis?
Girl, boo.
I don't. I swear to God, I don't.
You know what? That sounds like Michaela because she always asks me, "Can I just pee out here?"
That was me. Okay, that was so like I hated nothing more because I grew up in a generation where you got fucking locked outside and you drank water from a fucking water hose on the side of the house because bitch, while the sun is up, you outside playing. But everybody was like, "Oh, you're lucky you get to go in the house." But I was like, "No, I gotta stop playing to go in the house to go pee." But y'all just go around over here on the side of Matt's house and y'all pee over there.
What is that funnel thing called?
A shiwi.
A shiwi? Do you have a shiwi?
No, but I want one so bad. I saw one in the academy. But I didn't
used
buy
to
it.
just pee outside. I would just go pop a squat, pull my pants down behind
Well,
the bush.
I would have gotten in trouble for that because mostly there were boys. I was probably one of maybe only 2 girls on my entire street.
They would have had to get the fuck around me while I went pee pee.
No, my grandmother would have been like, "The fuck you! I hadn't heard you was outside peeing around some boys."
Oh my God, I was so buying you a shiwi for Christmas.
Like I was so accepted. Anyway, but I mean, that's really just like playing. It was funny because it was like playing was that major. Like playing outside was such a major part of my life. Like I wanted to be a boy just to pee outside. So that was my weak one.
That's
But
cute.
you just said a secret, so that was it. Like,
Sharon is a hermaphrodite.
I think
bitch, and when I stick this dick down your throat, you're gonna choke. Okay, shut the fuck up. Anyway,
But will you give it to me weekly?
Oh no.
Let's talk about
let's talk about this. Okay, so
this. She's like, no.
I don't want to say it.
I don't give a fuck. Whatever. So, okay, I one time had sex with somebody in a parking garage.
Okay.
But the parking garage, it was on the car was parked.
Was it at Macy's in the Galleria?
That was Dillard's, bitch. That was Dillard's. I told you that?
No, I actually had sex at Macy's in the Galleria.
Oh my god.
I did it. Dillard's.
parking
It was Dillard's.
What
was
is wrong
Dillard's.
with y'all?
I did it Dillard's. No, but this was like crazy. So,
I'm gonna cut this.
please do. Anyway,
Sharonda, you're good. Don't worry about it.
so anyway, so the car was parked on the top floor of the parking garage where you think, okay, nobody's going to see anything, nobody's going to know anything, whatever the case may be. Come to find out, there are all these cameras at, everywhere at this parking garage.
So you're like, hey.
Well, I mean, I left out the best part. The car was a convertible.
No.
Yeah, so it was just out in the open, whatever. So, anyway,
Twerk team.
and so I was at some apartments where my friend lives at these apartments or whatever. And basically they were like, "Oh, hey, yeah, we saw your friend having sex on camera in the parking garage." So yeah, I was shamed as fuck.
Aw.
So yeah. But whatever. The end.
You're fine. Great secret.
Bitch.
I'm actually not.
I'm
gonna
sorry
tell-
my family members don't kill each other. I know that they want to for sure.
You're lucky.
I've got 7. I know for sure, but yeah.
I'm not going to tell y'all the other secret that I had because I think that was too serious.
Oh,
That's
man, no,
serious.
let's just move forward.
Yeah, it's very serious. I'll just text it to y'all so that y'all can cry yourself to sleep tonight. Okay, so how did y'all like that wine?
I really liked it. It's really crisp, and it's
I hate when you say fucking crisp.
it's crisp. It has a crispness, crispy Christmas, and it is light and fluffy. It's like all things summer.
It's really light skinned. You're right.
Yeah, it's like a light skin wine.
Look at it.
Because it's pink.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It's a Pinot Noir, but it's light skin. It's a light skinned Pinot Noir.
It's a light skin. Shut up.
Dumb. I gave it 25.
Dumb. Fuck you, Sharonda.
That was just dumb. Because this is white compared to Pinot Noir. Not even light skin. It's albino wine.
It's
So it looks like you as compared to one of us.
I'm probably darker than you right now. Let's be honest. Secondly, this shit would be albino compared to Pinot Noir.
I got a nice brown right now after Jamaica, man.
Oh, okay.
Darker than Danielle.
Also went to San Antonio and walked around Fiesta, Texas all weekend. So
You got a little.
Oh, no one cares.
everybody cares. Everyone's talking about it and everyone's living it and Snapchatting about my trip to San Antonio. So
Or not. Or not.
they're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it.
Maybe not.
They're doing it. They're doing it over there. They're doing it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I like the lightness.
That's good.
of
No one
it.
cares.
Fuck you. I give it a 23.
Okay.
I do.
All right. So is someone doing the average? We've got a 25, a 23. I'm gonna give it a 5. Throw that in
5?
there. Actually, I really like this. So I'm gonna give it a 25. But I'm giving it a 5 because fuck y'all.
22.
You already gave it a 25, nigga.
No, I was saying what the average would be.
So the average is a 24.
Oh.
So it's a really it's a
my
favorite.
God.
Wine of the month. Wine of the month.
Possibly.
Oh, I can't wait to do a recipe for this one.
You better.
I think we could go
You
good
better.
with like,
You better.
some shrimp.
That's all you fucking eat.
Oh, but some strawberries looking ass.
She sounds just like a Section 8 bitch.
Shut the fuck up. Like, I was thinking like a nice pasta.
That's all niggas say. Like, really?
Like, seriously, like this would
I
go
went to
good.
Papados and I ordered the fried platter.
Fuck
Looking
you.
ass.
Like,
The fuck, bitch.
first of all,
Try vegetable.
I don't go to Papados.
You
but
go to Boudreaux.
I go to Boudreaux.
Cause I like they booty and balls. Cause they fried. Looking at. Okay, bye.
I like the crab balls. Let's just be real.
Bye. You just like balls in your mouth. We know, bitch. We know.
I mean, perhaps
Yeah. Teabag face head ass. I'm over this.
not so much of teabagging though. But
You don't like balls on your forehead?
no,
She likes them on her chin because it's a dick in her mouth.
She's like, I'm sorry. I don't even like balls around me because I don't have a vaginal opening.
Shut the fuck up.
Michelle for the win.
So like, I'm a little upset about how you know about my vagina like that.
I don't
Like,
know nothing about your vag.
I mean, if
Well,
you
you
want
walk
to go down
around
there,
with it hanging
I'm
out
just
at
playing
home.
with you. Girl, I'm just playing with you.
all right.
Okay. So, please visit our website, www.
How many W's?
www.
E.
Well, you owe us one from the last episode because last episode you said WW between us. WW dot.
I mean, they'll know.
They know. Motherfucker,
You know,
3
I
W's.
set it up to where we don't even need the W's.
Shit. Get out
What
of here.
you-
All you
The
gotta do
W's,
is
bitch?
put betweenusgirlspodcast.com. That's all I'm gonna say. I set it up to where we don't even need the W's.
Oh shit! Look at you.
Lips hair, bitch.
Innovative.
Right. Please visit our website, betweenusgirlspodcast.com. Make sure you join our Facebook group. Just search Between Us Girls in the groups.
Why are you making that face?
Because I just need y'all to know that I know what the fuck
Like
I'm
your
talking
messy
about.
auntie face. Like, I don't know what that.
Because bitch,
Because I
let me
might be
tell
somebody
you.
messy auntie. I might be somebody messy auntie.
Okay.
Okay. So leave a review somewhere, wherever the fuck you listen to podcasts at.
Subscribe and shit. Know what I'm saying? Nah, me, Danielle.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on Between Us Girls. But don't keep it a secret. Listen and share with everyone you know. See you next week.
One so water hose on the side of the house because bitch, while the sun is up, you outside playing. But that's everybody was like, "Oh, you're lucky you get to go in the house." But I was like, "No, I gotta stop playing to go in the house to go pee." But y'all just go around over here on the side of Matt's house and y'all pee over there.
What is that funnel thing called?
Shiwi?
A shiwi? Do you have a shiwi?
No, but I want one so bad. I saw one in the academy, but I
I
didn't
used
buy
to
it.
just pee outside. I would just go pop a squat, pull my pants down behind
Well,
the bush.
I would have gotten in trouble for that because mostly there were boys. I was probably one of maybe only 2 girls on my entire street.
They would have had to get the fuck around me while I went pee pee.
No, my grandmother would have been like, "The fuck you! I hadn't heard you was outside peeing around some boys."
Oh my God, I was so buy you a shiwi for Christmas.
Like, I was so accepted. Anyway, but I mean, that's really just like playing. It was funny because it was like playing was that major. Like playing outside was such a major part of my life. Like I wanted to be a boy just to pee outside. So that was my week one.
That's
But
cute.
you just said a secret, so that was it. Like,
Sean is a hermaphrodite.
I think
bitch, and when I stick this dick down your throat, you're gonna choke. Okay, shut the fuck up. Anyway,
But will you give it to me weekly?
Oh no.
Let's talk about
so let's talk about this. Okay, so
this. She's like, no.
I don't want to say it.
I don't give a fuck. Whatever. So okay, I one time had sex with somebody in a parking garage.
Okay.
But the parking garage, it was on the car was parked.
Was it at Macy's in the Galleria?
That was Dillard's, bitch. That was Dillard's. I told you that?
No, I actually had sex at Macy's in the Galleria.
Oh my god.
I did
In
a
a
Dillard's.
parking
It was
garage?
Dillard's.
What
was
is wrong
Dillard's.
with y'all?
I did a Dillard's. No, but this was like crazy. So,
I'm gonna cut this.
please do. Anyway,
Sharonda, you're good. Don't worry about it.
so anyway, so the car was parked on the top floor of the parking garage where you think, okay, nobody's going to see anything, nobody's going to know anything, whatever the case may be. Come to find out, there are all these cameras at, everywhere at this parking garage.
So you're like, hey.
Well, I mean, I left out the best part. The car was a convertible.
No.
Yeah, so it was just out in the open, whatever. So, anyway,
Twerk team.
and so I was at some apartments where my friend lives at these apartments or whatever. And basically they were like, "Oh, hey, yeah, we saw your friend having sex on camera in the parking garage." So yeah, I was shamed as fuck.
Aw.
So yeah. But whatever. The end.
You're fine. Great secret.
Bitch.
I'm actually not.
I'm
gonna
sorry
tell-
my family members don't kill each other.
You're
I know that
lucky.
they want to for sure.
You're lucky.
I've got 7, I know for sure, but yeah.
I'm not going to tell y'all the other secret that I had because I think that was too serious.
Oh,
So
man, no,
serious.
let's just move forward.
Yeah, it's very serious. I'll just text it to y'all so that y'all can cry yourself to sleep tonight. Okay, so how did y'all like that wine?
I really liked it. It's really crisp. And it's
I hate when you say fucking crisp.
It's crisp. It has a crispness. Crispy Christmas. And it is light and fluffy. It's like all things summer.
It's really light skinned. You're right.
Yeah, it's like a light skin wine.
Look at it.
Because it's pink?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It's a Pinot Noir, but it's light skin. It's a light skin Pinot Noir.
It's a light skin.
Bad. I saw one in the academy, but I
I
didn't
used
buy
to
it.
just pee outside. I would just go pop a squat, pull my pants down behind
Well,
the bush.
I would have gotten in trouble for that because mostly there were boys. I was probably one of maybe only 2 girls on my entire street.
They would have had to get the fuck
And,
around me while I went pee pee.
No, my grandmother would have been like, "The fuck you! I hadn't heard you was outside peeing around some boys."
Oh my God, I was so buy you a shiwi for Christmas.
I was so accepted. Anyway, but I mean, that's really just playing. It was funny because it was playing was that major. Playing outside was such a major part of my life. I wanted to be a boy just to pee outside. So that was my week one.
That's
But
cute.
you just said a secret, so that was it.
Sean is a hermaphrodite.
I think
Bitch, and when I stick this dick down your throat, you're gonna choke. Okay, shut the fuck up. Anyway,
But will you give it to me weekly?
Oh no.
Let's talk about
So let's talk about this. Okay, so
She's like, no.
I don't want to say it.
I don't give a fuck. Whatever. So, okay, I one time like had sex with somebody in a parking garage.
Okay.
But the parking garage, it was on the car was parked.
Was
on,
it at Macy's in the Galleria?
That was Dillard's, bitch. That was Dillard's. I told you that?
No, I actually had sex at Macy's in the Galleria.
Oh my god.
I did
In
a
a
Dillard's.
parking
It was Dillard's.
What
It was
is wrong
Dillard's.
with y'all?
I did at Dillard's. No, but this was like crazy. So,
I'm gonna cut this.
please do. Anyway,
Sharonda, you're good. Don't worry about it.
so anyway, so the car was parked on the top floor of the parking garage where you think, okay, nobody's going to see anything, nobody's going to know anything, whatever the case may be. Come to find out, like, there are all these cameras at, like, everywhere at this parking garage.
So you're like, hey.
Well, I mean, I left out the best part. The car was a convertible.
No.
Yeah, so it was like just out in the open, whatever. So, anyway,
Twerk team.
you know, and so I was at some apartments where my friend lives at these apartments or whatever. And basically they were like, oh, hey, yeah, we saw your friend having sex on camera, like in the parking garage. So yeah, I was shamed as fuck.
Aw.
So yeah, but whatever. The end.
You're fine. Great secret.
Bitch.
I'm actually not.
I'm
gonna
sorry,
tell-
my family members don't kill each other.
You're
I know that
lucky.
they want to for sure.
You're lucky.
I've got like 7. I know for sure, but yeah.
I'm not going to tell y'all the other secret that I had because I think that was too serious.
Oh,
That's
man, no,
serious.
let's just move forward.
Yeah, it's very serious. I'll just text it to y'all so that y'all can cry yourself to sleep tonight. Okay, so how did y'all like that wine?
I really liked it. It's like really crisp. And it's
I
like,
hate when you say fucking crisp.
it's crisp. It has like a crispness, crispy Christmas. And it is like light and fluffy. It's like all things summer.
It's really light skinned. You're right.
Yeah, it's like a light skin wine.
Look at it.
Because it's pink?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It's a Pinot Noir, but it's light skin. It's a light skinned Pinot Noir.
It's a light skin. Shut up.
Dumb. I give it 25.
Dumb. Fuck you, Sharada.
That was just dumb. Because this is like white compared to Pinot Noir. Like not even light skin. It's like albino wine.
like
So it looks like you as compared to like one of us.
Which I'm probably darker than you right now, let's be honest. Secondly, this shit would be albino compared to Pinot Noir.
I gotta
Shut up.
Dumb. I give it 25.
dumb. Fuck you, Sharada.
That was just dumb. Because this is like white compared to Pinot Noir. Like not even light skin. It's like albino wine.
So it looks like you as compared to like one of us.
Which I'm probably darker than you right now, let's be honest. Secondly, this shit would be albino compared to Pinot Noir.
I got a nice brown right now after Jamaica, man.
Oh, okay.
Darker than Danielle.
Also went to San Antonio and walked around Fiesta, Texas all weekend. So
You got a little
Oh, no one cares.
everybody cares. Everyone's talking about it and everyone's living it and Snapchatting about my trip to San Antonio. So
Or not. Or not.
they're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it.
Maybe not.
They're doing it. They're doing it over there. They're doing it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I like the lightness.
That's good.
of
No one
it.
cares.
Fuck you. I give it a 23.
Okay.
I do.
All right. So is someone doing the average? We've got a 25, a 23. I'm gonna give it a 5. Throw that in there.
5?
Actually, I really like this. So I'm gonna give it a 25. But I'm giving it a 5 because fuck y'all.
22.
You already gave it a 25, nigga.
No, I was saying what the average would be. Mother.
So the
Quit.
average is a
Fuck y'all.
24.
Oh.
So it's a really
Oh
it's a
my
favorite.
God.
Wine of the month. Wine of the month, possibly.
Ooh, I can't wait to do a recipe for this one.
You better.
I think we could go
You
good
better.
with, like,
You better.
some shrimp.
That's all you fucking eat.
Oh, but some strawberries looking ass.
She sounds just like a Section 8 bitch.
Shut the fuck up. I was thinking like a nice pasta.
That's all niggas say. Like, really?
Like, seriously, like this would
I
go
went to
good.
Papa Do's and I ordered the fried platter.
Fuck
Looking
you.
ass.
Like,
The bitch.
first of all,
Try
I don't,
vegetable.
I don't go to Papa Do's.
You
but
go to Boudreaux.
I go to Boudreaux's.
Cause I like they booty and balls. Cause they fried. Looking at. Okay, bye.
I like the crab balls. Let's just be real.
Bye.
about it.
You just like balls in your mouth. We know, bitch. We know.
I mean, perhaps.
Yeah. Teabag face head ass. I'm over this.
Not so much of teabagging though. But
You don't like balls on your forehead?
no.
She likes them on her chin because it's a dick in her mouth.
She's like, I'm sorry, I don't even like balls around me because I don't have a vaginal opening.
Shut the fuck up.
Michelle for the win.
So, like, I'm a little upset about how you know about my vagina like that.
I don't
Like,
know nothing about your vag.
I mean, if
Well,
you
you
wanna
walk
go down
around
there.
with it hanging
I'm
out
just
at
playing
home.
with you. Girl, I'm just playing with you.
All right.
Okay. So, please visit our website, www.
How many W's?
E.
Well, you owe us one from the last episode because last episode you said WW between us. WW dot.
I mean, they'll know.
They know. Motherfucker,
You know,
3
I
W's.
set it up to where we don't even need the W's.
Shit. Get out
What
of here.
you-
All you
The
gotta do
W's,
is
bitch?
put betweenusgirlspodcast.com. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm.
I set it up to where we don't even need them.
Oh shit! Look at you.
Lips hair, bitch.
Innovative.
Right. Please visit our website, betweenusgirlspodcast.com. Make sure you join our Facebook group. Just search Between Us Girls in the groups.
Why are you making that face?
Because I just need y'all to know that I know what the fuck
Like
I'm
your
talking
messy
about.
auntie face. Like, I don't know what that.
Because, bitch,
Because I
let me
might be
tell
somebody
you.
messy auntie. I might be somebody messy auntie.
Okay.
Okay. So leave a review somewhere, wherever the fuck you listen to podcasts at.
Subscribe and shit. Know what I'm saying? Nah, me, Danielle.
Bye.
Nice brown right now after Jamaica, man.
Oh, okay.
Darker than Danielle.
Also went to San Antonio and walked around Fiesta, Texas all weekend. So
You got a little.
Oh, no one cares.
everybody cares. Everyone's talking about it and everyone's living it and Snapchatting about my trip to San Antonio. So
Or not. Or not.
they're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it.
Maybe not.
They're doing it. They're doing it over there. They're doing it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, I like the lightness.
That's good.
of
No one
it.
cares.
Fuck you. I give it a 23.
Okay.
I do.
All right. So is someone doing the average? We've got a 25, a 23. I'm gonna give it a 5. Throw that in there.
5?
Actually, I really like this. So I'm gonna give it a 25. But I'm giving it a 5 because fuck y'all.
22.
You already gave it a 25, nigga.
No, I was saying what the average would be. Mother.
So the average is a 24.
Oh.
So it's a really
Oh
a
my
favorite.
God.
Wine of the month. Wine of the month. Possibly.
Ooh, I can't wait to do a recipe for this one.
You better.
I think we could go
You
good
better.
with like,
You better.
some shrimp.
That's all you fucking eat.
Oh, but some strawberries looking ass.
She sounds just like a Section 8 bitch.
Shut the fuck up. I was thinking like a nice pasta.
That's all niggas say. Like, really?
Like, seriously, like this would
I
go
went to
good.
Papa Do's and I ordered the fried platter.
Fuck
Looking
you.
ass.
Like,
The bitch.
first of all,
Try
I don't
vegetable.
I don't go to Papa Do's.
You
but
go to Boudreaux.
I go to Boudreaux's.
Because I like they booty and balls because they fried. Looking at. Okay, bye.
I like the crab balls. Let's just be real.
Bye.
about it.
You just like balls in your mouth. We know, bitch. We know.
I mean, perhaps.
Yeah. Teabag face head ass. I'm over this.
Not so much of teabagging though. But
You don't like balls on your forehead?
No.
She likes them on her chin because it's a dick in her mouth.
She's like, I'm sorry, I don't even like balls around me because I don't have a vaginal opening.
Shut the fuck up.
Michelle for the win.
So, like, I'm a little upset about how you know about my vagina like that.
I don't
like,
know nothing about your vag.
I mean, if
Well,
you
you
wanna
walk
go down
around
there.
with it hanging out.
I'm just
at
playing
home.
with you. Girl, I'm just playing with you.
All right.
Okay. So, please visit our website, www.
How many W's?
www.
Well, you owe us one from the last episode because last episode you said WW between us. WW dot.
I mean, they'll know.
They know. Motherfucker,
You know,
3
I
W's.
set it up to where we don't even need the W's.
Shit. Get out
What?
of here.
You-
All you
The
gotta do
W's,
is
bitch?
put betweenusgirlspodcast.com. That's all I'm gonna say. I set it up to where we don't even need the W's.
Oh shit! Look at you.
Lips hair, bitch.
Innovative.
Right. Please visit our website, betweenusgirlspodcast.com. Make sure you join our Facebook group. Just search Between Us Girls in the groups.
Why are you making that face?
Because I just need y'all to know that I know what the fuck
Like
I'm
your
talking
messy
about.
auntie face. Like, I don't know what that.
Because bitch,
Because I
let me
might be
tell
somebody
you.
messy auntie. I might be somebody messy auntie.
Okay.
Okay. So leave a review somewhere, wherever the fuck you listen to podcasts at.
Subscribe and shit. Know what I'm saying? Nah, me, Danielle.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on Between Us Girls. But don't keep it a secret. Listen and share with everyone you know. See you next week. Thank you for joining us on Between Us Girls. But don't keep it a secret. Listen and share with everyone you know. See you next week.